Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 20 online game. Lamar Jackson finally has an X Factor ability in Madden 20, along with being the fastest quarterback in Madden history with 96 speed, along with having the superstar abilities of fast break and escape artist. Lamar Jackson now has an extra superstar ability of jukebox and the X Factor ability of first one free. Do not put your hands in the cookie jar. You will not get away with it. By the way, you guys see the requirements for first one free. We will be trying to get Lamar Jackson in the zone today. First one free on a quarterback like Lamar works the same way as it would on any other running back. As Lamar runs for the first down, that is 1 out of 5 on the X Factor counter. And we do not have to scramble with Lamar Jackson to get these runs for the counter. Unlike Blitz Radar, which is a quarterback-specific X Factor, Russell Wilson had the X Factor in regs. You had to scramble for first downs. You can do design quarterback runs. With Lamar, we can, run QB draws. We can do read options, whatever it takes to get these gains of over 10 yards. Unfortunately, our desire to run with Lamar Jackson is kind of hindering us right now. It's 3rd down and 30. Lamar trying to use the jukebox, but instead he loses the ball and the Chiefs recover. Even though we have jukebox and we have all this good stuff and fast break, whatever, you're still going to fumble the ball with Lamar Jackson, so you definitely want to be careful. You don't want to get too cute. As 3rd down and 17, Patrick Mahomes in the middle of the field. He's got Travis Kelce. Of course, Patrick Mahomes is a game-breaking quarterback in his own right with escape artist, no-look dead-eye, dashing dead-eye, all that good stuff. Here he finds Travis Kelce for the touchdown, and of course, Patrick Mahomes has the weapons like Kelce and Tyreek Hill to work with. Lamar's weapons aren't too bad himself. Mark Andrews, pretty good tight end. And, of course, Hollywood Brown when you want to talk about a speedy wide receiver. But right now the focus is on the speed of Lamar Jackson. I'd love to just throw the ball around with Lamar Jackson, but in order to get this X Factor activated, we've got to scramble. We've got to be that cheesy guy online. So I apologize, but we got to do what we got to do right now. 2nd down. Unfortunately, Lamar is a bit too fast for his own blocking. 3rd down, we call a passing play, but our intention is to try to take off out the pocket. Lamar trying to go upfield, but that pesky quarterback spy, we ran right into him. 4th down and 13, same quarterback spy, Anthony Hitchens, but he's not going to keep up with Lamar, who scrambles for the first down and adds another to the X Factor counter for first one free. As we go back to all sorts of design quarterback runs with Lamar, trying to find creative ways to get him going, without my opponent completely keying in on Lamar. At the same time, we're kind of doing a dead giveaway. Nonetheless, here goes Willie Snead. We can throw this ball. We can definitely throw this ball. We have to throw the ball every once in a while. Though here it's a quarterback draw for Lamar Jackson outside, and he's got the first down. But unfortunately, that was a gain of 10 yards. And not a gain of over 10 yards. So the counter stays at 2 out of 5. Lamar, here comes Chris Jones. Here comes Frank Clark. Lamar trying to do something spectacular, but gets dumped for a loss of at least 20 yards. Don't worry. On the next play, Willie Snead's getting it all back and then some. Touchdown. Ravens, in the game is tied up with 1:13 left in the first half. And the Chiefs start off at their own 25-yard line via the touchback as Damian Williams running the ball. So far, my opponent hasn't really done anything too crazy with Patrick Mahomes. In fact, he wants to run this ball. Maybe a little bit too much considering the time left in the first half. It's an RPO bubble to Tyreek Hill. That's a bit more like it, but unfortunately for him, Tyreek does not get out of bounds. He doesn't use the timeout, and he puts his hands in the cookie jar again. Come on, man. Yeah, twice in the first half. Here goes Lamar. Look at that acceleration from Lamar on the option. That is an easy first down, and we get out of bounds. 3 out of 5 for first one free. It's a bit of a daunting task. You think, quarterback, how in the world am I going to get this? But then you remember Lamar Jackson has 96 speed. And he has escape artist, and he has fast break, and all these abilities, and jukebox. Anything that can aid you to swerve a quarterback spy and scramble down the middle of the field for a gain of 20. We are now one rush of over 10 yards away from activating first one free on Lamar. And we smartly slide down so we can kick the field goal and grab ourselves a 3-point lead. Just as a bit of insurance, because the way we are playing with Lamar, you never know. We can probably fumble this ball again. It's an option. Lamar outside. Need a block. Didn't really get it. And Ward is able to contain Lamar. That's not a gain of over 10. So we just got to keep on pounding at it. And once again, we outrun our own blocking right there. So might have to be a bit more patient. Third down and 9. Only 3 men on the rush. Lamar Jackson, patient. There he goes, taking off. Come on, man. Where's the quarterback spy? Where is anybody to stop Lamar Jackson? Oh, there he goes. 74 yards. And that will activate first one free in style. Of course, Lamar Jackson has just been a winner wherever he goes. The man won a Heisman in college at Louisville. He's about to be one of the select few to win a Heisman and an NFL MVP, joining the likes of Barry Sanders, Cam Newton, O.J. Simpson, Marcus Allen. Those are pretty big names out there, right? So, if you guys couldn't notice, I have been run committing every single play of this drive because I do not want my opponent to quit. I don't care if I lose this game. I need to play with Lamar Jackson with first one free. We haven't activated. I need to get on the field. So, to the point where now Travis Kelce has his X Factor going. Finally, my opponent scores the touchdown. Like I said, I ran commit every single play of that drive, but here we are. With Lamar Jackson, with first one free activated, Lamar's in the zone. We're looking to break someone's ankles. At the same time, we don't want to fumble the ball. We don't want to lose the X Factor right away. So we're going to play this a bit cautious to start off and throw the bubble to Willie Snead. Everybody was crashing down on Lamar. We didn't have much of a choice. So we'll live to play another down. We call an option play this time and the defense crashes. Lamar, oh baby, down goes the Chief. Lamar running into his own man. And even though we recover our own fumble, that is going to knock Lamar Jackson out of the zone. Short lasted fun. You guys see the effects of first one free. Unfortunately, a bit of a tough play. We kind of ran to our own teammate more than anything else as Lamar finds Mark Ingram downfield for the touchdown. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Just when you thought Lamar Jackson was gonna devastate with his legs once more, Lamar reminds you that he can pass the ball as well. And that truly is what makes Lamar Jackson so deadly. Yes, oh man, it's gonna be third time the charm from my opponent. He finally ends up quitting after putting his hands in the cookie jar one too many times. And as my opponent rage quits and as we move on to our next game against the Dallas Cowboys, I want to let you guys know really quick that when we fumbled on the opening drive, the X Factor counter actually did not reset to 0. I thought the first one free X Factor would reset if we ever lost the fumble with Lamar Jackson like we did, but the counter stayed at 1 out of 5, so that's interesting, and that's good to know because, you know, especially if you're trying to scramble like this with Lamar, you're probably going to fumble at least once in a game as Ezekiel Elliott run the ball right now. Of course, playing against the Dallas Cowboys, you got to expect a heavy dosage of Zeke. Who can have a better game on the ground, Lamar or Ezekiel Elliott? Right now, it's about Dak Prescott trying to throw the ball to Zeke, but we have some good coverage on that fourth down, and the Cowboys are going for it from midfield. Dak just gets it off to Gallup, who's going to gallop all the way for the touchdown. He only needed 4. He got 50 and a touchdown. That's not a bad deal. As you see, we're going to take this return with Justice Hill, who had a pretty good return in the last game, and now back to square one, trying to get 5 rushes of over 10 yards with Lamar Jackson. It could be a scrambling play, it could be a design run, whatever it takes. We definitely don't want to get sacked by Tank Lawrence. Second down, here's Lamar up the middle. That's a gain of 10, and we will smartly slide. As much as I love to use jukebox and just try to break everybody's ankles, Lamar is still just heavily prone to fumbling the ball, so we have to play it safe, a little bit too safe right there. We actually run a bit too diagonally and do not get the first down, so it's 4th down and 1, and Lamar Jackson's able to fire to Willie Snead. My opponent sent the all-out blitz, so we didn't really have much of a choice but to pass that ball, which we did for the first down as we lose yardage. Now 2nd down and 14, Lamar time, and no quarterback spy. Lamar Jackson up the middle of the field and diving all the way to the 42-yard line. Already on the opening drive, we're 2 out of 5, and Lamar Jackson making it 3 out of 5 as we slide down. Maybe we had a chance of getting a touchdown there, but remember the last game when we ended up running into our own guy and then fumbling? I want to make sure that didn't happen again. We live to play another down, and Lamar Jackson can get a gain of 18 on the next play. 4 out of 5 on the opening drive. Can we cap the drive off with one more Lamar Jackson run? maybe might take that as second down. Lamar on the option. He fumbles the ball, and that is going to be recovered by Robert Quinn. Thankfully, from our discovery from the last game, the counter is not going to reset, or else that would have been devastating to get one away on one drive, which took a while, and then give it all away. Still, that was a tough play, man. Like, you'd think with fast break, you wouldn't fumble in that situation on a hit from a defensive back, but you know, that's the Madden 20 we live in, where fast break, you know, sometimes works really well, sometimes doesn't. It definitely works a lot better when you put your ball carrying settings on conservative, but we're not doing that, man. We got jukebox with Lamar Jackson. We've got 96 speed with Lamar Jackson. Who needs to go conservative when he could just blaze upfield? And that is first one free activated once again, and that was pretty easy. Like, that was a lot easier to do with Lamar Jackson than it would be for, like, Saquon Barkley online. Like, I'm not even kidding with you guys. Like, I feel like it's easier to get first one free activated with Lamar than, you know, any of these running backs. And partially that's because Lamar Jackson is faster than these running backs. And then Lamar Jackson can also throw. And it's like, what in the world, man? Then you figure out, you know, the conundrum that NFL defensive coordinators are dealing with, as fourth down once again is going to be a home run play from my opponent, Randall Cobb, 68 yards. I mean, it's not really a big deal to us because we kind of need to keep our opponent in the game, keep them interested. You know, we don't want to lose the game, but at the same time, at least get this drive off while we have first one free with Lamar Jackson. We'll try to break someone's ankles here. And once again, we start off with the hot bubble screen to Willie Snead, because I'm not taking any chances on, you know, giving it away on the first play, all right? I want to see if we can keep this going as long as we possibly can. We don't have much time left in this first half, so we need to get a pep in our step, get going downfield. Only 1:17 left in the half. Second down, Lamar Jackson, clean pocket. There he goes. Lamar Jackson up the middle of the field. Oh, what a juke move from Lamar. That was silly. That was like a speed burst from Lamar. He flew past that man. He still has first one free going. Lamar, clean pocket yet again. Lamar up the middle. Lamar first down and sliding down to the 17-yard line. No timeout. We call hurry up instead. Clock ticking down in this first half. Cowboys send the blitz, but it's picked up. Lamar Jackson yet again up the middle. Lamar Jackson sliding down to the 6-yard line, and there goes our first of 3 timeouts. And this absolutely triggered my opponent. Look at the message he sent us. Oh, he is big mad right now. I mean, I don't blame him for being mad, but you don't gotta send the message and dare Lamar Jackson to pass the ball. Come on, man. Don't make us dot you up with Lamar Jackson. Like, I was cool with just running the ball and goofing around, but hey, man, I like a good challenge. You want us to try to pass the ball with Lamar? We can do that. But, of course, we have first one free. So, we got to continue to try to make people look silly in the open field. As third down, that's going to be a sack. And that will bring up a punt to end the first half. Chris Jones making sure he does not get that punt blocked. And I believe we start second half with ball, with Lamar Jackson still in the zone. And we'll see, you know, how much more we can accomplish and see how much more we can piss this guy off, because he has to be absolutely livid. At the same time, though, it is a tie game, so you got to keep your head above your shoulders as Lamar Jackson running away from the defense yet again. Oh, man, like, you want to put a quarterback spy up, but even that doesn't even help, as Lamar tackled for a loss by Jalen Smith, and this knocks Lamar Jackson out of the zone. I was curious to see if this hit by Jalen Smith knocked Lamar out of the zone, because if you guys were paying attention to the description for first one free once we activated it on the menu, as Lamar misses the pass here, rare miss, trying to hit up Seth Roberts. Not sure how we didn't get that one going, but on fourth down and 7, Hollywood Brown answers the bell. I forgot what I was saying, to be completely honest. Here's Lamar throwing to Hollywood Brown, and oh my goodness, is that man fast. Lamar's not the only speedster on this squad. Don't forget about the cousin of Antonio Brown. Oh yeah, I do remember what I was saying. The description for first one free said that in order to knock Lamar Jackson out of the zone, he had to get sacked. I was like, okay, like he can get sacked, but is it just like, you know, the normal quarterback thing where if you get tackled for a loss on like an actual running play, does that count too? And yeah, it does. So don't get fooled by the description if you're new to activating first one free with Lamar Jackson as second down. Dak actually able to hit up Blake Jarwin here. We have like 3 Ravens in the area, and no one can contain the elusive Blake Jarwin, so it was nearly a touchdown. And now all of a sudden, it's nearly not a touchdown. A second down and goal from the 5. Dak with the time, and Dak finding Amari Cooper for the touchdown. Amari Cooper, also a man who recently got an X Factor. Might have to do a video on him soon as we run the ball. Mark Ingram, my opponent came out and like, I don't know, quarters or something. I don't know what in the world that was, but we had to hit him up with Mark Ingram really quick. Remind him that, you know, Mark Ingram, also a former Heisman winner, is on this squad. And we definitely got to let him know that Lamar has dots downfield. Oh, Hollywood Brown styling on him and still scoring. The all-out blitz ends up massively failing, and the Ravens reclaim the lead late in the third quarter. The Ravens are just so much more deadly of a Madden team now, with Lamar Jackson be able to throw a lot better than he could on day one. You know, Hollywood Brown's stats are going up. And then Ronnie Stanley actually got a superstar ability. I don't know what a superstar ability is, but he has something at that left tackle position. And that definitely helps the pass protection and allows you to, you know, sit there and eventually decide to take off with Lamar. Oh, no, do not put your hands in the cookie jar. You will not get away with it. Lamar Jackson firing to Hollywood Brown, and he's gone again. The hat trick for Marquise Brown, and Lamar Jackson is shutting the haters up right now. They said all he does is run. SMH, you did not want to get into this passing battle with the Baltimore Ravens, because right now, this is a battle you are losing. Dak, oh, that's going to be caught by the tight end, Schultz. I thought we had a good beat on that ball with Clark, but he's able to fire that one into the tightest of windows. This is not much of a tight window. The elusive Blake Jarwin once again wide open as Ezekiel Elliott trying to punch this thing in. This is 4 down territory. Got to find a way into the end zone, and Dak Prescott doesn't have much to work with. Dak doing all he can and eventually taken down by Matthew Judon. 3rd down and 14 right before the 2-minute warning. Not Lamar, this is Dak Prescott. Definitely not Lamar, because Lamar would have been throwing dots out there. Dak is throwing ugly passes, but he redeems himself on 4th down, finding Jason Witten for the touchdown. It is back to a 1-possession game. The pressure kind of right back on us. Of course, we're just, you know, playing loose right now. We're big chilling out here. We're still going to mess around with Lamar, even if it might cost us. Though we are going to smartly slide, because we probably would have fumbled if I ran that thing any second longer. But still, very precarious position for us. 2nd down and 21. Lamar Jackson yet again. There he goes outside. Going to avoid the hit and go out of bounds. That actually stops the clock. Not a good play for us, but I'll tell you what's a great play for us. Marquise Hollywood Brown! Come on, man! What more can you say about this dynamic connection? Lamar to Brown one more time. It almost didn't happen because that taunt nearly backfired. That was the worst possible taunt to get. I tried to cancel it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was trying to cancel the heck out of that thing, but it looks really cool, so I'll just tell you guys that I didn't try to cancel, and that was the plan all along, to showboat literally right in the guy's face. So at this point, the game is pretty much won. The Cowboys still have all of their timeouts, so they could get a touchdown. It's not game over just yet, but of course, you got to try to get that touchdown. There's not a lot of time to do it, and it might take 1 or 2 of those timeouts to move the ball downfield. Oh, man, if he can move the ball downfield at all. Dak is in trouble right now. That pass is swatted in now. The game is on the line for the Cowboys. 4th down and 10. Dak is down, and so are the Cowboys. My opponent is out of here. Lamar Jackson can run the ball with the best of them. Over 150 yards rushing. And by the way, the man had over 250 yards passing as well, and a couple of passing TDs. Leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed the Lamar Jackson action. Just how deadly this man is in Madden 20. Subscribe for more Madden 20 gameplays, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you, as always, for watching.